Hello everybody, I am the Black Sigma, or you could just call me Eric, and I needed to unlock new dialogue, not by presenting evidence, but by examining the background again. I was wondering about that. What, the dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece! You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work? It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. And it's added to the court record. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? Nah, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe. Huh. I see. I'll be surprised if it gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Cool. I get to unlawfully examine crime scenes as a lawyer. Again. New dialogue in the parking lot. Investigation is still going. I have to be... I don't know who's talking. Have to get back to the shop, sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, it was Angel talking to her boyfriend. Oh, still here? Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Uh-oh. She's a female player. Hey, what's going on? That's not what I said. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep? Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? I want to ask more about him before I present the thing. The scene of the crime. It's the same dialogue. Okay. Take that. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? That old cowdog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I all getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Ah, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Manifest destiny is quite the American motto. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Now I can investigate the crime scene proper, like this disposable camera I was looking at, but it's not a disposable camera, it's a flip phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Of course. Let's check it further. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I know how to investigate a piece of evidence. First, this wrist strap. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Hey, here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see the series is as popular as ever with kids. But more importantly, we should open it. Like so. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Let's redial. Who did they call last? Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Yeah, that's probably not a good thing. That's the Steel Samurai theme. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah? Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixin' to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? The Ghostbusters? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh, I'm sorry. That was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kinda strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. Phoenix, you really believe it was an absolute coincidence that someone called you as you hit the redial button on the phone that was dropped? The number that was redialed was Phoenix's. But why? Lana would have no connection to Wright at that point. Unless it isn't Lana's phone, and she was only holding on to it. Hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I have incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. This is the car where the body was found. Lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Yeah, I know. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Especially Edgeworth. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So, wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Also, that makes sense for why it's layered on top of things. It isn't actually a chalk outline. It's a rope. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. 675 or 67S, the 12th of the 2nd, the day of the murder. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman, the victim. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed? Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Sure, Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. I think that might be all the evidence I'm gonna get out of here. Now can I get some information out of you, Officer Marshall? I couldn't earlier. Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. Think he means the witness, Angel Star. One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Died due to loss of blood, one knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. That's quite a window. From 4 to 5:30? Sure, the report was made at 5:15 in terms of the report of the murder, but that body could have been dead up to an hour and a half before. Maybe there was no murder to even witness yet. Or at least the body was already dead and no murder was made in front of the witness. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive? Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy-shoed detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? The cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have got into me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Scott. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. Have an autopsy report, note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? Oh! Phoenix lied about it being his phone that was ringing. It was Emma's. Because, as Emma told Phoenix earlier, Lana called her on the day of the murder. Anyway, it's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. But even if she did, maybe there's something useful on that phone call. Like how in one of the first cases, the conversation between Maya and Mia helped out. There may not have been a conversation, but there might have been background noise. And background noise has implications. Detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. I truly don't. But we will begin the actual trial of this case in the next episode. Bye.